It's a HonkyTalk Podcast. Here we are again with episode 24. Here always, like we always love to give a shout out to our home sponsor who has given us a base for the HonkyTalk Podcast, which is the Sundown Tavern here in Ruston, Louisiana, where we're always saving Ruston one sandwich at a time. And today's special guest, Louisiana own Micah Kennedy.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, well, thank you for taking the invitation, and we're glad that you were able to make it too. You know, that's a big thing. That's the first thing. Well, so let's dive into it. What you got? Heard you've been doing some cool things over there on the east side of the state in the Ark-La-Miss area, if you will. Partnered up with Two Warriors Meadery. Tell us a little bit some of the things y'all are doing.
Well, okay. I don't know if y'all can see it. I got my glasses on to take them off. Louisiana Levy Jam. Buddy of mine, Cameron Myers, I think he was on a previous podcast that y'all done at Two Warriors, which, by the way, great podcast, guys. I love listening to it.
Thank you.
No, me and him kind of teamed together on getting some type of event. Started at Two Warriors, and it just kind of turned into a whole different animal. I made a Instagram for Louisiana Levy Jam, and just the people, the artists, and that have reached out. Like, you don't know it until it happens, but the demand for something like that was a lot greater than I realized.
Yeah. We saw. I saw a bunch on the social media, especially the Instagram. I don't get on Instagram a whole lot, but from what I saw, like all your posts, and y'all did it looked like it turned out great.
Oh yeah, it was. We packed it out.
Yeah,
packed it out, and every single artist that came to play except for a few of them, they've already got gigs on this date, but they wanted to come back to the next one and play.
Yeah.
It was really cool. There was a lot of different artists that came up. Like, actually, what was his name? Clay LaBeouf. He got up and he played the last round, and he was like, "I got these two songs that I don't normally play at my shows, but I want to try them."
That's right.
And I'm like, that's the point of this thing is to sit down and play the songs that don't really get the light of day.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that was the very first one.
Very first one.
Okay. When's the next one?
This Thursday, September 18th.
September 18th, Two Warriors Meadery?
Yep.
Right there in West Monroe, right across the street from Traps.
6 o'clock, $10 entry fee if you come. All that money goes right back into the music community.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
And you said something. We stopped at the Mickey D's up here for breakfast, and you actually talked to me about something about how your vision behind it, and it wasn't. It's really, you said something about typically, like Clay said, that he didn't get to play those songs at his normal shows.
Yeah.
Right? And you were like, it's really focused towards not only the community, but really the artist. Yeah, we get to share that.
Yeah, so the people in the crowd, I'm so glad they come.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely need you there. Yeah. But this round is not meant for the crowd. It's meant for the artist and the people that don't get to have that moment to sit on stage. And y'all know what I'm talking about. When you put hours into a song that you might not want to share because it's about something so personal.
That's right.
But then having that platform.
Yeah.
And the right type of atmosphere, a platform.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's right.
Absolutely. So like whenever the first group got up on that first Levy Jam that we had, I told everybody in the crowd, look, y'all can talk. Yeah. Y'all can mingle with each other. That's fine.
That's right.
But the point of this whole thing is so that they can try these songs out and get your real, raw reaction.
Yeah.
Y'all know what I'm talking about?
That's
Whenever
right.
you're playing that one song and the room goes dead.
And it goes dead.
And you know that song did its job.
That's right. I'll say this, like, from when I first started, we met a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. Me and Trey been knowing each other.
I've been knowing you for a long time. I've seen the ups and downs, but I've seen a lot of great things happen over the last, few years with you, man. And you've grown a lot. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
It's a lot of hard work, dedication for sure, and consistency. But I will say, when I went to Nashville for the first time, and there is tons. I mean, there's absolutely tons of writers' rounds.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just constant, 24/7 going on. But my first experience with one was that it didn't matter who was on stage or nothing. Like, these people were coming in, groups 3 or 4, whatever, and they're sharing their songs, but the entire room was just actually, it was listening rooms.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow, this is my chance to actually play some of the most intimate songs that I have, and people actually hear it.
Yep. Well, that's what the people are coming for. Like,
right.
I mean, that's just the culture in the in Nashville area is that if people are at those rounds because they're so well known,
Right.
they're there to listen to new stuff. They're there to listen and hear something that no one's heard before, you know. Or they could just be following an artist that they care about, you know. But, you know, some of these other artists that come and had played this last Levy Jam, they had no idea what a writer's. It's like they were like, well, how many do I need to have an hour set ready to go? I'm like, no.
No.
3 songs and bring your guitar and, you know.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, they were like, this is freaking cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it's not my idea. I'm just taking what they do in
Right.
Nashville and bringing it here, you know. So
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Not funny. What's interesting? The way you just put that from the artist standpoint. Some I've never been a part of a songwriter's night or been in an intimate listening room type environment. What I find it really interesting is that if they see that as an artist, and but you've never been a part of that, but once you see that and experience that, it would maybe tend or maybe lead you to try to continue your gigs to treat it like that. Meaning, if you've never like played your own songs or people, I mean, that's how I started playing gigs, is I wrote these songs and got these gigs, right? Okay. But I would play them. It never bothered me to play them. I was going to play them regardless. But if you've never experienced that, playing your own songs, you don't know how to tailor a gig towards that to where you really are being heard and actually listened to at your gig. There's a way you can approach the gig or create a gig like the Levy Jam. If you've never experienced something like that, you don't know how to treat that even at a normal gig.
Yeah.
Does that make sense what I'm trying to say here?
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm tracking.
Because so that way, if somebody has an idea, hey, we want it like a songwriter's night. They're like, oh yeah, cool. But now they've have experience with it, so if they wanted to put that on, y'all may feel comfortable doing a gig like that and booking somebody.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, does that make sense? I hope that made sense.
Yeah. You know, it's like I said a minute ago. There's a lot of heart that's put, for me personally, like this place right here, love Sundown. I mean, I've been coming here since the Semino Jam. You know, y'all remember the Semino Jam?
Oh, that's right.
But most venues the crowd wants to hear what they know.
That's
you
right.
know, and it's just really hard to break out of that cover band mentality.
Yeah.
You sneak them in.
You have to sneak them in, and you almost have to start playing tricks where you go, where you make the cover songs not sound bad, but a little bit less dressed up than your original music, so that your original music can stand out. You know, or you have to do the whole like full send where you just don't play in your hometown. You go do these festival things to grow outside of that hometown honky-tonk. Nothing against, you know, a cover band mentality.
Yeah.
And so this is a place, the no covers are allowed. Or you play a song that you sat down and you put your heart into it. That's all I ask. Because, I mean, it's one of my favorite things to do.
So how did y'all, and maybe you've already said this, but I don't think you did. So is your relationship with Cameron and the Two Warriors Meadery, because the reason why I ask this question is it's kind of like this podcast. And what a blessing it is to have somebody that has a spot to allow you to do something like that, like they've allowed Sundown allowed us to do the podcast.
That's right.
Some people may look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who come up with the idea to do it at Two Warriors Meadery, and then you being a part of it and that thing, and what a blessing it was for Cameron, you know, to be a guy to go, we'll do it here.
Yep. So actually, it was.
Didn't you have to build a stage? We'll talk about it.
That wasn't me. No, we actually were at that table up here at Sundown, and we were having a meeting. Cameron was going to be doing some stuff for me at the time. When the meeting was over, we got up. He was about to leave, and he said, "Hey, man, I'm trying to bring some business out towards my meadery." And right off the bat, I was like, "Let's do a writers round." And from there, it went from let's bring more business to his meadery to now it's like Cameron, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but it's not even about like bringing business there anymore. I mean, obviously that's what happened the last time we had the jam, but it's turned into this, like, our mission is let's get the songwriting community together. I mean, you guys know what it's like to come up and do it all by your freaking self.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there was no one there to say, well, go to this producer, or, hey, you should write a song with this guy, or this guy knows all these books. You had to go out there and earn that, which is great, earning your own stripes in that kind of way. Same with you. But coming to this jam and meeting every single, like, at some point you will bump into at least every person that plays around here and writes songs.
That's right.
That's That's a good relationship to make.
Yeah, and so let's say I never met you, Bo, or you, or any of y'all come to this jam, and we sit down and we talk, and I loved that song that you cut, man, or you wrote, and then we sit down and we start building a friendship between each other, vice versa, or there's a song like, dude, I just cut this in the studio, I'm not sure about it. You send it to me, I go, there's input. Instead of all of us kind of competing with each other, not that we're doing it on purpose,
right?
But let's team up. You know what I mean?
That's what I've been saying for years.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with doing that, I don't think.
No, not at all.
There's not. What makes it cool is kind of what you said. I mean, that it goes back to what I said a while ago too about the artists getting experience. Like I said, if they've never experienced that, they don't know how to do that.
Yep.
They don't know what that means.
Yep.
And how much more cooler is it now that some of these people have experienced it? They want to continue this, so they'll take this to other places, which could help transform the listener when they come in to see people play.
Yeah.
Because they've seen that too, as from an audience person, but also from an artist perspective.
Yeah. See, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but my hope with this whole thing is to create a culture in this part of Louisiana.
It needs it.
That is for the original songwriter.
Yeah.
And hopefully, this is really looking ahead here, but like we were talking earlier, putting a Louisiana Levy Jam in Shreveport, putting another one here, and just having co-hosts that kind of keep the thing going. And then eventually, we have a community around us where, man, that dude right there writes some hell of a good song.
Yeah.
Excuse my language.
No, you're good.
And they're coming to see them as an individual rather than, oh, he can sing well, and I like that he sings Jason Aldean cover song, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Well, and the cool thing about it too is if you're able to get this going, keep it going.
Yes.
There's so much talent around here anyway. They always leave and go off. We understand that. We're not trying to keep them from going off and doing. But when you are home or you're in for the week or whatever, you have some cool joints you can play too, which usually would bring, because we're right off of I-20, a major interstate. So it's an easy jump off for people that have bigger names and bigger artists to kind of slide in, and they may end up wanting to play it one night. Well, and then that's how a lot of those relationships work from all decades of music. They found out where kind of these little hotbeds were, and people went to go. They were searching for that sound or searching for that vibe or that cool, the coolness and the realness of it. So
yeah, that's
I like it. I'm down.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for this one Thursday.
Are you playing?
Bo's playing it. Trey's playing it.
Yeah,
it's going to be a cool thing, man. I'm excited to hear. I mean, I know you've got some great songs. You've got some great songs. Just make sure you put your heart into it. That's all I ask.
I've got a lot in the back pocket from over the years. A lot of them.
I know we're about to hit the studio and go work on them.
Yeah.
So, but cool. Let's take our first break.
Okay. Well, today at the Sundown we have always the special, but today is a little different. We're not really doing sandwiches today. We're doing wings, and today's special for this Monday is the spicy chili wings. I don't know why that's hard to say.
Sweet chili.
Spicy sweet chili wings. And of course, this whole week is wing week, so they're going to have a different flavor of your wing choice and all that flavors of your choice all week, Monday through Friday. And we'll be right back. Micah Kennedy's with us, episode 24, man. We're just hanging out at the Sundown. Come get lunch. Let's do it.
Golly.
And we're back.
Yeah, we're back for episode 24. Always at the Sundown Tavern. We got Micah Kennedy in the house, and he's been spilling some love and spewing love and talking highly about the Levy Jam. And it's going pretty well over there. They're going to have one this Thursday starting at 6 p.m. at the Two Warriors Meadery. But who else has helped y'all? You got you and Cameron Myers, of course, but who are some other people that?
So, yeah, I'm glad that you're bringing that
that.
up, because I want to make sure everybody that's involved gets their light, the light shown on them. Dave Gore has been a freaking huge help. That dude has, came in from out of nowhere and figured out how to get us lights, how to get us this huge 75-inch TV to make sure that, I want everyone that plays, I want their name on the back with their Instagram handle, so that people know where to go to check their stuff out. And he made that happen.
Yeah.
And then Michael Carr, he runs the sound. He did a phenomenal job last time, and everyone's donating their time and donating all this equipment and everything like that. So I just wanted to say that on this so that everyone knew that they are a key part to this thing even being successful.
Yeah.
Well, you got to have a good team.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Well, Micah, you've done. I've known you for a long time, but tell us a little bit about what you got going on right now, man. You got I've seen. I mean, people can go and see on the media, but give us some insight.
How do I sum it all up?
Yeah, I know it's a lot.
So when we went to Mickey D's a little while ago, you kind of touched on this. Right now I'm just trying to put my hand in as many things as I can, and without like running myself ragged.
Right.
But as far as my music and what I'm trying to do, songwriting has always been a big part of my life, and I love writing songs with other people, and trying to get those into the right hands so people can cut them. I've got a few things that are circulating right now in Nashville that might get picked up by one of these nationwide artists.
Yeah.
But I'm working on an EP with my buddy Austin Dorr, and trying to get that together. Don't have a release date on that yet. Just how many times have y'all released a song and just were like, maybe this one will take?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Every one of them.
Every one of them.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of to the point now where I'm just sick of that.
Yeah.
Like, there has to be intention behind your releases now. There has to be a plan in place. You have to have a team of people that know how to look at those analytics for every single one of those songs and where to direct it, how to run those ads. And so this EP is going to be kind of like
That's exactly right.
what I would consider my first real attempt at like no BSing.
That's
on
right.
This. I'm not going to let these songs flop in the dirt.
That's right.
That's
exactly right. So, I mean, just a little bit of kind of elaborate on that for those like younger viewers that or younger artists that may be watching, to give them a little bit of advice on that, on how to strategically, like you have to have a plan. We talked about that, I know when I was younger and was like trying to do all this thing, I'd throw it out in the wind and see what it took. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't happen that way. It just doesn't.
Or not if you want to have any
successful career out of this,
Yeah.
or whatever.
right. Yeah. Well, you're on it. Keep going.
Yeah. But just if you want to elaborate on that,
As far as advice, I mean, I think you gotta. That's a mistake, and you don't know it's a mistake at the time.
That's right.
You're just excited and you're passionate, and that's like, look. When it comes to music, and this is not putting down, I think that doing music is one of the hardest jobs in the world. Nothing as hard as being a heart surgeon or a brain surgeon. That's way more important, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But the mental capacity that it takes to keep your name in people's heads at every day.
And your sanity.
Yes, and also doing that in
It's
a way.
a lot of work.
Trying to find the creative process to continue to write music, the energy to go record it, and going out and having to test these songs and trying to figure out whether like this is the one, you know what I mean?
And then booking and
Well,
that's where you have to have the team though.
That's right. To keep it going, you got to keep the train rolling.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't keep it moving down the track. Now, here's the thing, though. What about the money it takes to do all this? I don't think people realize that they may understand the time. They don't think about the money that it takes to do all this stuff.
Dude, well, I'm so glad you opened up that freaking can of worms.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, that's good.
Because we don't make what people, all of y'all watching this right now, we do not make what you think. These videos that we post and the production that goes into these songs, and you might be looking at me and going, Micah, who are you to be even talking like this?
Yeah.
And the royalties are crap.
Yeah, we're not. When we come play these shows, at the end of the day, let's say you pay a full band to come. If I go and I play in front of a crowd of like 1,000 people, let's just give it that number right there, or at a festival. Yeah. I'm not leaving that show with maybe $100, $200 in my pocket after I have to pay everybody else. Just because you have to do those things though to get that footage and to get that content to push you further down the line. So it's more we're constantly having to invest into ourselves nonstop. We might get a break here or there with like a private event or something like that.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
But that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and we've said this a lot on the podcast. I just don't want to just keep beating on it. You know what I'm saying? But like, we talked about like the travel time, the setup time, the booking, all this other legwork that it takes, and then we got to show up, set up, play, tear down, do all this other stuff. Now there are times where we show up to a show, we plug in, play, and leave, which is great.
Yeah, we felt like, woo.
Yeah.
We don't know what to do with ourselves.
Just bring a guitar core.
People were like, what? This is great. I don't know how to act.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty neat, but it's a lot of work, and so
Is that something y'all talk about a lot? Is that a pretty common
it's pretty common.
complaint that comes up?
Yeah, well, especially when we're talking about booking. It depends on the guests. People that want to pay you this and they try to dictate what you're doing and all that, which usually they're not. We're probably not going to be playing. We may play for them one time, But
Yeah.
but also, you know how it is. You find out who your people are and where you're welcomed. And most of the time, what's funny is the people that pay you a lot of money, they're the best people ever. It's the people that try to nickel and dime you are the worst. You're like, well, I don't even know why I'm here. Like, why do we even play here? What's the point?
Yeah.
That we've talked about stuff like that. Yeah, but it's open, man. We talk about
And I tell all the new musicians coming up, don't lowball it, because they'll go in, play a gig for like $7,500 and then
For
kick
4
you out
hours.
of it.
Absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying? They'll lowball it, and then and you're struggling to get gigs around here.
Yeah, well,
because we can't play for that.
I think it comes down to a few things, and I don't mean to like chase the rabbit down the hole, but I'm gonna chase him a little bit longer. But sometimes I had a discussion with my buddy Nick about this, about like, you can't underbid yourself, but don't extreme overbid yourself because you're not ready.
Just because you think you're worth $5,000 a pop,
exactly.
don't mean you need to be saying that.
Saying that, exactly.
There is a point of I hate to say this word, but you have to have a level of popularity about yourself, or some kind of a following behind you for people to go, okay, I can see why he.
Well, it'd be
if you did
yeah.
it, then hell, kudos to you.
Kudos to you. Yeah.
But
If I had 1 million followers on my platforms and all this other stuff, okay, then $50,000 for whatever for Trey Gocho to show up and play. I mean, but you got the backing in the crowdfunding and all this other stuff. They're going to show up. But if I only have like 100 followers and I can't charge.
Yeah, well, I mean, somebody has 1 million followers on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. If you make a post about playing here at Sundown, they're going to get their alcohol sales out of that.
at least 10%.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least 10%. So it's but anyway, but I say all that to say like it's but it does hurt. It does hurt, like kind of because some venues aren't looking for that professionalism that we have to offer. And I'm just gonna say that we have to offer.
Well, you try to strive to get to as well.
That's right. Yeah. What I'm saying is that we all of us at this table have been doing this for
long enough. Yeah,
long enough.
Yeah.
But that's why they ask us back though when we come there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our sound is on, and we're sounding great.
Yeah.
And and the people like it.
Well, let me ask y'all a question. I know this is a podcast.
Yeah,
But who here is still after a artist career with their original music?
All of us are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that what used to be considered getting out on the road, earning your stripes, is a whole different ballgame now.
It is because of social media and all that.
It used to be, let's say back in the 80s, 70s.
Hell, even 2000s, early 2000s.
Well, what I'm saying is back then you could get on the road, you could hit the road, and you could play enough shows, and you could play your songs, and eventually that you would grow your fan base that way. But now, it's more important that my strategy at least is playing less shows that are meaningful shows,
right,
that have the crowd in front of it. But the most important aspect of it is this: having a camera crew there with you. That's how you earn your stripes.
So check it. So no, seriously, and I'm gonna agree with you there. And I have seen the same thing in the media world as well. So the last few shows, so it's been about 2 years when I really started to try to treat my music as a business part and actually have a plan and do all these things. And one of the things that I realize is that it's doing these strategic shows. You gotta pay the bills. Okay, but
absolutely.
But the shows that are there with the crowd, you have a cameraman, and then you make a lot of posts, and then it really creates and then that's how you create your following. It really is.
I mean, a minute ago you asked me like advice of what you would tell someone that's trying to come up with you. This is just a small section of what I would say.
Yeah.
Learn how to be comfortable in front of your own camera.
Yeah.
Get in front of your camera. Learn how to speak to your camera. Learn how to document what you do throughout your day. And this is interesting. This would be something that I think people would want to, not just your music stuff.
Yeah,
that's right.
Everyday life.
Think of your favorite artist right now. You don't have to say it out loud. Yeah. Think of your favorite artist. You love their songs, but you also know their storyline.
Yeah.
Are you going to see them because of that one song, or are you going to go because, man, I'll just love Willie Nelson and the story that comes with Willie Nelson? It makes you want to go to that show.
That's right.
So God, dude, we could.
I know.
If you want to touch base on this, we can.
Well, no, but you just hit I think this is great. It's kind of what both y'all are saying. What everybody's saying. But yet, before cameras but before like the internet and social medias and all that, they were still doing what they were doing when they became Willie Nelson and Waylon and all that.
Yep.
That's right.
They were doing, but they were out and people were writing about them. And it might have been journalism at the time. That was the social media.
That's right.
war.
in radio play.
Paper, and radio play.
Yeah.
And one thing that they used to be able to do too, something that you don't find a lot of now, it's hard to kind of do, is you could go in and stop in at radio stations.
And dude,
And you could go in there and kind of get a little interview, get a little something in there. There was radio stations just like Z1075 here. They'll take people in there if you contact,
Oh yeah, I mean, back in the '90s and the early 2000s, they were still doing radio tours.
Yeah.
like they weren't going.
Yeah.
They might catch a show here or there, but the intent behind that was to hit every single radio station
That's
across
right.
the country,
So-
do their interview, play their song.
which is a whole different ball game than, like you're saying, than playing a gig.
But that
Yeah.
doesn't work now because
No, they all took over.
Yeah.
Spotify and iTunes.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I was just about to spotlight just the podcast for a second because what y'all just described is actually what we're doing in the modern times. Is we're recording this podcast, highlighting artists, highlighting venues or whatever. Okay, and then you're going to do a song, and then when we push it all over media, you know,
Yep.
This
So
is like
it's
a
just-
radio stop now. This is the new age
This
radio
is a new,
stop.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But that's the thing. Like this is only going to be as successful as you push it to be.
that's right.
Exactly.
That's
you
right.
know. So, by
Yeah.
the way, I think what y'all are doing here is great, man.
No,
This
thank
is
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Giving-
If you ever play in Meridian, Mississippi, contact WMOX. It's been there since the 1940s, and it's out in like a cow pasture. Great radio station.
Oh yeah,
It's
That's,
AM.
Yeah.
that's cool, man.
I would go play there a lot and go on the radio. It's every Thursday morning. It's about 8 a.m. You go in there, but it's all old school, and it's great.
Yeah, dude.
But they still keep it alive with their local music, too.
Oh yeah, well that place just sounds like it just has
Yeah.
history. You know, it's like
But that area, that's what they listen to. It's AM station, but that's what they listen to.
yeah, yeah. Well, we're gonna take one more break and then we'll wrap it up. But in the meantime, if you see behind me, directly behind me and Micah over here, we got the HonkyTalk Podcast T-shirts available here. Thank you, Sundown, for the sponsorship. Always great here at Sundown Tavern here in Ruston, Louisiana. We also got our own merch. We've got, I think you've got hats. Micah Kennedy's got hats.
yes, I have hats.
Okay, we're gonna put his Venmo. We're gonna tag him in it. Contact him for Micah Kennedy hats. Bo, what you got?
I got T-shirts. I got some tumbler cups. I have a couple of hats left, I think. But yeah, we all got merchandise. Bo Smith, Bo Smith's got some merch working up.
I ain't worked up nothing in a while.
Shut up, Bo.
Trey's got some.
I do.
Yeah,
I got
he got some
T-shirts.
few T-shirts, and they're cute as can be.
Yeah, it's I'm half Polynesian and half coon, so
The Polynesian coon.
Ass.
that's right. So
Also, real quick, Louisiana Levy Jam hats. We have those at the Louisiana Levy Jam, or you can contact me or Cameron Myers.
How much
if
are
you would
they?
like one. They are $30.
all right,
But
30
if you're an artist, you get them for 20
Okay.
if you play the jam. So
okay, all right. Well, we'll get back to the show. Welcome back to the Honky Talk Podcast, featuring Mr. Micah Kennedy himself. Man, we're gonna get right back into it. But yeah, just tell us a little bit about maybe what inspired you, a little bit about your story, some things that happened on the road, what you're doing now.
okay, well,
Let it all hang out, baby.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to. I'm gonna try to keep some things to myself. But no, I started a band back when I was in 7th grade. I think it was 7th grade. But it's, just guys I went to school with, and it was a rock band, and we were 15 and 16 years old, and we were kicking butt, dude. I mean, I just remember we played this thing at the junior high, Ruston Junior High.
Yeah.
It was called Plumes and Papyrus. It was kind of like a talent show, but with a different name.
Yeah.
And we practiced for weeks and weeks and weeks for that thing. One song. Okay?
Wow, yeah.
One song. And we got up there and we played. And I remember at the end of the song, every single person, every kid in that gym stood up and screamed as loud as they could. And I'm in like that moment right there. I said, yep, this is what I'm supposed to
Yeah.
be doing. Like there's no other feeling I want to go after. And, since then, I went from having, I guess, my voice started to change and country started to
Yeah.
resonate a little bit more with me, and realized that I had a knack for songwriting, and learned how to write with a guy I say learned, really kind of dove into the more of the storyline aspect of songwriting with a buddy of mine. His name is Jacob Farrar. He's a dude that doesn't play music. He doesn't go out and show his songs, but he's still in my top 5 songwriters of all time. And the last time I wrote with him was years ago.
Where's he from?
Bernice, or he lives in Bernice. But no, like went from that's just a little bit of a. Let me touch on that. Like those guys like that don't have a platform to go and play, and you would have never known that dude is one of my favorite people to write with and can lyrically kill it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why the Louisiana Levy Jam is so important to me. But from there, just started doing country music, and just over time, and mistakes I made, and relationships and things like that. I tell you what, the best time to write a song, bro, is when your heart is just completely shattered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When your heart's shattered, or somebody left you alone, and I mean, I don't know if y'all can do this, but it takes me kind of getting through it a little bit to where you can see the full picture looking back.
Oh yeah, right.
Then you can write the.
Then you can write it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know when that groove kicks in, though.
Yeah. But no, that to I linked up with some guys in South Louisiana, a good buddy of mine, Clay Cormier, and my buddy Austin Dorr, Justin Champagne, Mario Morales. They got me in with my buddy Austin, and just been going back and forth to there and going back and forth to Nashville, and just started really diving into the songwriting world. And man, how dynamic that is. It's insane. But no, right now I'm just trying to do what I love to do, and trying to do it in a professional way. And I mean, that's it. I'll never quit. I'll be 58 years old or 60 years old, still trying to be an artist. I won't ever give it up. I love it too.
Yeah, well, I think you have achieved that. As far as like, because you got people every show that I see you at, like you got a fan base, man, and you've done a great job at that. And I see you progressively like growing, and you're also not scared to change the way that you're doing it to push your stuff.
Yeah,
man.
adapt or die.
Yeah. You're
adapt or die.
Yeah, it's adapt or die. It really is. Yeah, and you've done a really great job of that. So, but I did want to touch base on one thing. That writer you were talking about from Bernice. What was his name?
Jacob Farrar.
Jacob.
He likes being called Jake. By the way, so Jake Farrar.
Well, Jake. I noticed that like if you ever heard Micah's stuff, like it's very, it's lyrically unique in some ways, and like you take words and like in maybe an aspect and like you combine them, and it's really cool. Is that something that you kind of learned on the way, or
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you took me 10 years ago and I sat down and wrote a song then, I didn't, back then I didn't care about the punchline or the line that made you go, boom, what was that,
Right.
But over time, I've kind of learned with my writing is that simple, as long as the concept is simple, I'm not saying that the listeners are dumb.
Right, but it needs to be easy to digest.
But it needs to be something that they can follow or apply to themselves, So I try not to, there was a point in time I try not to get too specific so that someone could apply it to themselves. And now I'm kind of leaned towards like, let's get into the nitty gritty of it.
But get more directive approach to it.
Yeah.
But keep it,
Yeah, but there's still like a simplicity, but you are direct. Like there's an undisclosed song that Micah shared with me in the truck before this podcast, and it was phenomenal. But in the middle of it, like after you got through the first verse, I told him, I was like, man, these are great lines. Like they're very well written, and like the imaginary, like the imagery of it is just it's very good. Like you can really understand.
Well, sometimes you'll have a great line like that technically the title of the song, whatever that would be.
Right.
Sometimes you'll just have a great line that can just stand on its own, and then sometimes you don't. That title, that punchline at the end might be kind of weak.
Yeah.
But if you write to that point, you can write to that title. Maybe I'm getting too deep.
No,
You're good. This is
sometimes you can write to that title.
Yeah.
There was a song. It was that just an example. It's called "She Killed Me with Those Eyes."
Yeah.
And everything prior to that was about staying alive thought I survived you.
Yeah.
Thought that this honky-tonk warfare, depression, blah, 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 I thought I got through it. And then I saw you one more time and you killed me with those eyes. If you wouldn't have been making those references prior to that, you get to that killed me with those eyes.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been effective at all, That's, you know what I mean? I hope y'all tracking that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I normally name mine. A lot of them are after I write it. Like the name will come up after I write it. But I can take a topic and write, but the name usually comes after I'm done with it.
Yeah, well, dude, there's 100 ways to skin a cat.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
You can
yeah.
sit down with some people and they have a melody, and you just go around that melody. You can sit down and you can write to a title. Sometimes you just, you can start playing the guitar.
Yeah, it really just depends. It really just depends.
Yeah, I think it's just I think my goal as far as a songwriter is just trying to be as good in any one of those scenarios as I possibly can be. That's what makes people want to write with you.
Oh, yeah.
You can sit down and take their spin on how they would write a song.
Well, that's where you
yeah,
learn.
this is how
That's
we're
where
doing
you learn because everybody does it different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Micah, tell us what you got going, what you have out right now as far as music. People can go look up where they can look you up, like the Micah Kennedy music stuff,
And become a fan.
Yeah, become a fan.
listener, an avid listener.
Right.
Yeah. No. Okay. So I've got stuff on Spotify, any streaming platform. You can check it out there. Just type in Micah Kennedy. You can follow me on any social platform. Just type in Micah Kennedy Music, and I will pop up. Yeah, that's it.
Are you kin to the Kennedy family? Like JFK or anything?
I get that asked all the time. That was
Do you know?
my great uncle. I'm just kidding.
yeah. Oh, I was like, wow.
If you'd have said it sounded smart, we'd have believed you.
Yeah.
Well, actually, back in 1974,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So where are you playing at right now? Like, where I guess give us like your last 3 or 4 gigs that you've done. Where have you been? What'd you do?
The last few gigs I've done been local. I did some stuff at Duck Nest too a while back, but anything else I usually do is it's out in Nashville. I'm doing songwriters rounds and trying to make some connections. And
Have you gotten anybody that who's somebody with those songwriting rounds you're doing up there that kind of have stood out to you?
people that I've written with.
That you've been in the writers' rounds with. You go, wow, who's this cat? Who's this girl?
My good friend Kaylin Cole, she's phenomenal. Garrett Schultz, there's a dude named Matt England. He's helped be a part of a few songs that I've written. I'm trying to think. Josh Terry's got a round out there where I've met some really cool cats, like Will Mosley. He was there. I don't have his phone number or anything like I know him personally, but you sit there and watch that dude sing. And anybody watching, if you're trying to go after a music career, go out that way and just see what they're doing out there. It's really cool to sit down and what those rounds are for. There for artists is I can get up on stage and I can play songs, and then I can kind of audition to the other writers in the room. Yeah. And they're doing the same thing when they get up. And like
it's funny, it's a whole network thing. It's really, but I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No,
Go ahead.
You're good. No, you get off the stage and you just like, I want to write with her. I want to write with him. I want and then you've already played for them, so they know that okay, this dude has good songs. She's got good songs.
Right.
And you just start kind of building relationships. Dude. There's
Where are some of the places that you find yourself when you go to these songwriting places? Where's a cool spot? Give us a couple of cool spots.
I'm going to give Live Oaks a shout out because it's the place I first played my first round in Nashville. Then there's a place called The Local. Then there's Rebel Rouser. They play at a bar called Odie's, and they were right across the street. I forget the name of it. Trying to think. There's the Green Room. There's the Porch Light Brit Pickers round. There's a whole bunch of.
There's tons of them.
To go back real quick, what you were talking about when you and your first rock band were together, when you was in your teenage year, your teenage years, and you was doing at the name the event again, the
Plumes and Papyrus.
That's a fantastic name. All right, so what was the song?
It was "Let You In" by Cutlass.
Okay,
dude. It's 3 chords in the truth, dog.
That's it.
But y'all knew him, though.
Dude, we knew him. We were syncopated. And we had this guy. His name was Will Peashoff, and he's actually got a channel where he gives relationship and just life advice. He's
Will Peashoff.
Super smart dude. Love the guy.
Who's it? Did he have brothers?
Huh? He's got a brother and a sister. But no. used to scream for us, and he had a piano, and he did these little ding, ding.
Like a synthesizer, like a synth?
Yeah, he had 2 chords the entire song. And then whenever it was time for to scream at the end, he would run up, grab the mic, and scream as loud as he could. And when he did the dude, everybody in that whole gym just lost their mind.
Yeah, lost it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Old Will.
Yeah. Well, Micah Kennedy, everybody, we're going to put a guitar in his hands, and he's going to play a song. But go check out his music, Micah Kennedy Music. It's been a pleasure to know you over the last few years. I say few years, a lot of years, and then and also thanks for being on here.
Thank y'all for having me. Seriously, this has been fun. Thanks for
Appreciate
all
it.
the
Well, good.
questions.
Yeah, we've had a blast. I've had fun. Y'all have had fun. Bo, you had fun?
Always have fun.
It's Uncle
Yeah.
Bo Smith, y'all.
Yeah. Well, it's the HonkyTalk Podcast, y'all, brought to you by the Sundown Tavern in Ruston, Louisiana.
That's correct. Today's special is the 6-count sweet chili wings. Come get you some. It's always Honky Talk Podcast, episode 24. Micah Kennedy. Where's Honky Talk Podcast?
It's honkies with a kick.
Wrote this one with Kaylin Cole and Clay Cormier. I'm no good at I'm sorry, or admitting when I'm wrong. No good at making you want me, or stopping you from getting gone. Yeah, there's no way you'll find words to say to stop you dead in your tracks and make you stay. But girl, if you know me, you already know I'm pretty damn good at being lonely. If you're leaving, then leave me to myself. Soon as you slam that door, I'm slamming bottom shelf. If I'm losing my mind, I don't need your help. Let every sip I take kill what I felt. So go ahead and set it all on fire. Leave me here to watch the flames burn higher. You wanna bring me down, you'll have to try like hell, but no one breaks me like I break myself. Let me break myself. I ain't surprised that you're leaving. Seems to happen every time. I've gotten real good at bleeding. Always stain every good thing that I find. So let me break these walls and tear your pictures down. Do the best I can to throw your memory out. So before you leave, grab what you need, 'cause everything that's left is burning with me. If you're leaving, then leave me to myself. Soon as you slam that door, I'm slamming bottom shelf. If I'm losing my mind, I don't need your help. Let every sip I take kill what I felt. So go ahead and set it all on fire. Leave me here to watch the flames burn higher. You wanna bring me down, you'll have to try like hell, but no one breaks me like I'm breaking myself. Whoa, yeah. If you're gonna leave, let me burn it all down. Let me waller in the hurt and sip until I drown. Let me shatter this heart, that's what I do best. Tear away till there's nothing left. If you're leaving, then leave me to myself. Soon as you slam that door, I'm slamming bottom shelf. If I'm losing my mind, I don't need your help. Let every sip I take kill what I felt. So go ahead and set it all on fire. Leave me here to watch the flames burn higher. You wanna bring me down, you'll have to try like hell, but no one breaks me like I'm breaking myself. So let me break myself. Go on, baby, let me break myself.